Okay, well, I'm Dale Hawkins, and I'm running for Legislative District 2B. Okay, so taxes, reduction of taxes in general, mostly food tax and property tax. I mean, those are on the top, and it's hard for me to say this one's higher than this one. The issue of parental rights, as well as tied to a parent's right to choose education for their children and to choose and determine what medical procedures will and won't be done with their children. I believe that parents they don't have a shared right in their child's life. They are the one over their child's life in all aspects.
Anything else?
As far as another thing that's big, well, reduction of the bureaucracy. I mean, I have, that's why it's hard to do a 3.
Sure.
I'm watching the country go down the tubes, and I'm watching Idaho follow behind, I mean, we did all the same stuff, maybe to a lesser degree during COVID. The emergency orders thing, I was like,
Did you have a lot of mask mandates and shutdowns? And
not in Benoit County,
I
mean,
didn't think you would.
yeah,
but
we didn't, I mean, they were going out through I mean, it was said, well, the governor never said blank, well, but it was never not promoted, it was pushed through the health departments and every other agency alive. We still lost, I think the estimate's now about 20% of small businesses.
Yeah.
That'd be restaurants, bars, hairdressers, all those small people that make up, the volume of who's working and earning money in our state. They didn't shut any corporations down, they didn't shut any of the big guys down, just the little guys. And in our area, we were, our sheriff said, we're not gonna enforce any of this. And
Do you believe that abortion is murder?
yes.
Okay. Do you believe that murder should be penalized as a crime?
Well, in our system it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you believe, based on those 2 answers, do you believe that anybody who either has an abortion, performs an abortion, or coerces somebody to have an abortion should be punished with criminal sanctions of some sort?
So this is a hot topic, it's like, but I find that you asked 3 pertinent questions there, and there's the issue of has and coerced. I do believe that it's a crime against humanity. People are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among them life.
Yes.
So you can experience none of the other rights given to us by God if your life is snuffed out.
Right.
That's a reality. I think it's a difficult issue and a hard one to swim through, but I am not ready to go out and say that every woman who had an abortion or is going to should go to prison.
Are you ready to have the discussion about doctors?
Oh yeah, I think they're completely knowledgeable in what they are doing.
Are you ready to have the discussion about anybody who coerces a woman?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That would be certain clinics.
All right, let's talk federal money, such as the CARES Act and
Cut it
ARPA,
off.
or
Cut it off.
every bit of it.
Every penny. There's 2 kinds of people, I think, in the Republican Party. Federal supremacists and those who love the state of Idaho. Idaho is the parent. The federal government is the child. The states created the federal government, and people don't realize this. We have 100 years of propaganda teaching us different, all the way back into Western movies. The marshals, the marshal wasn't anybody if there was a sheriff. The most constitutionally powerful elected official on the land. So people have lost sight of that, and it's through bribery and miseducation. So,
What is the most fundamental purpose and role of government?
to protect our liberties. I guess it's hard for me to nail it completely down. I think it's someone who believes in the founding principles of our country and doesn't want to stray from that, doesn't want to become a Marxist or a socialist or a fascist. Wants us to live in as free a society as we possibly can. I recognize that my freedoms and liberties stop when they affect yours,
Do you think the First Amendment laws that we have within our Constitution and anywhere else within Idaho are strong enough? Do you think they should be altered?
Well, I'd have to think about that for a minute. I think that they're perfectly worded the way they are. I think it's when government oversteps and ignores what is written. You know, I don't know how you change it to make it more clear.
All right, well, let's take that same question and apply it to the Second Amendment. Do you think our Second Amendment is protected enough in the state of Idaho, or should those laws be altered, strengthened, or weakened, however?
I did a survey recently and it asked me, actually it was a reporter from a paper, and they said, tell me some things about what Idaho's doing right and some things you think we're doing wrong. And gosh, I pondered it for a long time. The only thing I could say that we were headed down the right road on was our Second Amendment stuff, because we have done a lot for that. Mm-hmm. Can we go further? I think so.
Okay, Article 5. Please give us your opinion on whether or not we need it and why.
Personally, Article 5 terrifies me. But this is what I know to be true. The federal government that is in place right now doesn't listen to anything we tell them. Why anyone would think that we're going to send some people that'll be picked by the legislature at the moment that we don't have control of, those of us who believe in liberty, will send the person to make the changes we're asking, and then they will all magically obey and, you know, all of a sudden fall back into the 17 enumerated powers they were given. That's beyond me. You know, if there was guarantees in life, maybe I'd be okay with it, but there's just too many unknowns for me to get on that train and ride that one.
Let's talk about education. Public, homeschool, charter, all of it, and talk about school choice, vouchers, and a lot of these different ideas that everybody has. Go ahead and tell me what you know.
I used to run around and say, we homeschooled all our kids. Then my wife corrected me. She homeschooled all our kids. And, you know, I bought books. As far as how we go forward as legislators with school and school choice, I do think that we need to come up with a system where the money that is put forward for the education of children should follow the children and follow them in the decisions that the parents would want it to go.